Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today in this video we're going to be talking about Bitcoin and the bounce that we predicted. So remember in the last video that we posted, we were in that bullish channel, we broke down, I gave a target, we bounced right off that target. So in this video we're going to be looking at targets from that bounce. We're going to be looking at more macro level analysis of Bitcoin where we're going to be where we're going to see the price in in the weeks and months to come, and what that means for our trading and our investment strategies. So, uh, before we jump in, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, hit that alert bell so that you can see all the latest cryptocurrency videos that I'm releasing. I'm at 30 subscribers right now. The goal is to hit 100. So please, yeah, if you found this video helpful and insightful, subscribe to the video to the channel. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into the charts. So here we got Bitcoin on the hourly time frame, and if you remember from our last video, we said we are going to have this breakout from the bullish channel, or at least we saw that the breakout was occurring, and we were predicting on where that bounce was going to occur. And as you can see here, I laid out a target at the 38342 level, and then I also had this target here at the 37637. You can see we had a little mini bounce on that 38342, kind of broke down a little bit, but it ultimately held at the 37637 price target. And now we're seeing that pump back up. We're seeing, the rise in volume right here, and that pump go back up to uh, kind of resume potential continuation. On the hourly, you can see here all of our oscillators are kind of on the high end. The MACD, where we kind of topped out and we're starting to come back down. You see the light green, our stock RSI or Stoch RSI. We've been kind of, at the ceiling here, and we're starting to come back down. And our relative strength index is also on the way back down. So we're going to see some price retracement after this pretty large pump, but this is a positive sign in terms of establishing a support level. We didn't go down to that 36,000 range that I have zoned out here. That was going to be the next potential area of support. If you look back here where we have these peaks on the hourly, so that was going to be our potential area of support if we lost this, but we haven't lost it yet, and it looks like we're building up. Um, so yeah, let's go ahead and back out to the 4 hourly here and look at all of our indicators and our oscillators. So you can see here this is a massive pump uh, at the 8 a.m. level, or at 8 a.m. time frame. We're totally looking at a potential change in the direction of this price. We were in this downtrend for some time, for about was that for about 3 days we were in this downtrend, but now it's starting to turn around. The goal is to ultimately try to reclaim this bull channel, try to get back inside of here. That is usually what you're looking for when you see a breakout to the downside from a bullish channel. You're looking for that bounce and then ultimately reclaiming the channel. Only issue is um, we've got some resistance here with both the tops that we've created that goes all the way back to the beginning of of the route down, and then the top that was created on the previous pump high, and then we also have our descending trend line that is easier to see on the daily, but you can see it's created from these two peaks. So we definitely have uh, some some resistance to take on to get back into this bullish channel, and ultimately may not be the case. Be we may not go back inside the channel, so to speak. But what's more important is if we break down these resistance barriers. Um, And now if we look at the our oscillators here, you see the RSI, we have this trend line. If I zoom in on this, we've created this trend line where we're starting to go, we've been going down since, July 26th. And you can see after this last pump from the bounce, we actually hit that resistance line and we're starting to come back down. So that'll be something to keep an eye out on. If we can break this trend line, that could be the signal that we're going to try to create a new high that's above that 42,605 level. And if we go for that, then we can potentially break this downward trend line, and then it's off to the races. I've heard people say that once you break that 42,000 level, that 42,605, that there's really not much resistance. And you can kind of see that when we zoom out to the daily here. I mean, once this level is broken, there's not much to really stop you until you get to this $50,000 mark, because this is like, this here is the next kind of potential area where you see some price stabilization. So once this is broken, I would expect a pretty significant pump up to the $50,000 mark. May see some consolidation within this area, but I don't see a lot because on both sides, when we went down and when we went up, there's not much going on. There might be something here. You might see a potential support to be found here, where we had some, candles going up and down in this region. But really, once this thing breaks the 42, it's off to the races, really, um, in terms of getting to that next milestone of 50 grand. But let's go ahead and look at the oscillators here. You can see the MACD is coming back down, which is ultimately a good sign because you don't want to be peaking. We have a bullish engulfing candle, which is obviously a positive sign. We still got 49 minutes left on this candle, but it is engulfing and it is bullish. We have our stock RSI dropping, which is good for us. And the indicators overall look fine. Now, if we zoom out even further, they look better. So you look at our relative strength is at 50. So we're not in a high place at all for relative strength. There's definitely room to grow. And if you look at our MACD, we are starting to turn around. Where that blue MACD line is starting to curl up, and you're starting to see the potential turnaround for price action. And if you look at our stock RSI, we've been sitting down here below the 20 line, or below the undersold line for a while now. It's just been sitting here, or oversold rather. I said undersold. We've been sitting in this oversold line area for a while now, and we're starting to break out. We're starting to see that push up to the upside. So overall, I think things look positive. This weekly candle here is, right now it's a hammer, a bullish hammer. We got 4 days left. If this becomes ultimately a green candle during this week, I could see this pushing, breaking past the 42,605 level and breaking past the descending trend line. So right now it's just things look positive. Things look very good in terms of continuing price increases. It's becoming more and more dim, the theory that we're going to be hitting, areas in the 25,000, 20,000 range. That theory is becoming more and more, I guess, discredited with each passing day. Now, if this weekly candle starts to drop back down, then the theory is back on. But ultimately, if this candle can create a new high, it can become a green candle or a positive candle, And if it breaks this 42,605, I don't think we're seeing any more lower lows. I think this was the low. This, these wicks down here, that was the lowest you're going to see from this dip. And the price continuation is going to go on for, the next few months. And that could be where we see that $100,000 Bitcoin. It's obviously going to take some time, but once you get into that price discovery mode and we crack that all-time high, it's just going to be a who's game on where that price ultimately ends up. But yes, so things are looking positive for Bitcoin, and we will stay locked in and analyzing this price action after this bounce. So again, please subscribe to the channel to keep updates on Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. Hit that bell icon, and I will see you guys later. Take it easy.